Welcome, 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 and I say welcome again. This is Marv Kendall from the Clock Hour, and I have two very, very, very special guests here with me today, and I'm going to allow them to introduce themselves one at a time. And I always call my guests special because you all are special, and I always tell people this ain't about me, it's about y'all and what y'all do. I bumped into them a while ago, but introduce yourself first.
Hello, everyone. My name is Melody Davis, born and raised from Waterbury, and we are from the North End Cooperative Market.
Ma'am.
And I'm Michelle Saavedra Slappy. And yes, I'm a board member in North End Co-op too, and I'm a Waterbury transplant by way of Brooklyn, New York.
We got New York in the building, and that's what's good. I really just wanted to, I've seen y'all different places. I really wanted to just pick your brain a little bit about what you do and how you got started. And so if one of y'all can kind of fill me in or fill the people in, that would be very helpful. And I know y'all deal with a lot of foods and stuff like that, right? I'm not sure what it is, so.
Food, yes, food, resources. That's our goal, right? To have a community resource, community hub, by way of a grocery store, to provide access to people in the community. We're looking to open up a grocery store in the North End section of Waterbury because it is considered a food desert, food apartheid, where people don't have the direct access. So we
Right.
want to help. We want to help those who are living in that community.
Like,
So,
as far as fresh food and stuff like that? Okay.
yep,
Just-
organic, naturally grown produce, in that community. We're also, again, we don't have a brick and mortar right now at this time, but we're looking to have diverse produce products.
And that's different. Everybody else doing
It is
certain
different.
things and this and, doing different things out there. And you're coming totally from a different perspective as far as food, feeding people.
Absolutely.
So a store, as in going to be able to get groceries. What about that spot down there at the end of, y'all looking at that?
Which spot?
Am I opening up something? There's a spot that's been sitting there for the longest. Down
We're
the
look-
street there.
We're looking at a number of places, but the first thing that we need to do, because it's a cooperative market, which is a different model than your regular supermarket. So your regular supermarket is owned by a corporation.
Right.
And they decide what produce is there, they decide who works there, they make all the decisions, and they really don't take input. A cooperative market, the members are the owners.
Oh, okay.
So yes, we have member owners, and we need to have enough buy-in from the community that they want this type of store, which means we need you as a member if this is the type of store you want, so that we can have that. And when you're a member owner, you have a say. You're an owner of the store. You can be an employee. There are votes. We have meetings, and we'll be voting on different things. So it's a totally different market. It's your market.
So like I always say, for the people, by
For
the
the
people.
people, by the
Absolutely.
people.
By-
Exactly.
okay.
Exactly.
So if someone had a farm and they had eggs, they come in with your, or produce, any kind of produce, they come in with your. Vegetables, they come in with your. And other people, I'm putting this in layman's terms.
No, you're
So,
right in the line of the vision. Yeah.
So that way you all come together. Look, I got these, like they used to do.
Absolutely.
I got some of these, and you bring it together, and like having a market or something. They don't do that out here. Like there's something down the street there, the halal thing, and
Yes.
they do the chickens and something like that.
Yep, they have a little produce stand out there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yeah, we just had our first one at the Juneteenth fifth annual celebration at the library park. We
Y'all
had our
was there. I
first-
missed y'all.
Yes, we were there.
I probably because y'all were probably over that way.
We were in, yeah, we
Our
were kind of in
grandson.
the back there.
Right.
In the cut.
Yeah.
Okay, that's what it was.
Yeah.
Because I always spot y'all no matter where you at.
Yeah.
And I think this is a good thing. You know, I had, not to talk y'all to death, but I had met some people from, let's say, Bristol and New Britain and stuff. And I told them, I said, Java and Waterbury, you know, give me a shout. They said, we'll wave at you from the highway.
Oh.
I think we're getting a bad rap right
Yeah.
now. Am I
Yeah.
wrong?
I don't think so. I think because there's too much focus on the negative aspects of Waterbury, where it's kind of overshadowing the good that is in Waterbury. Again, I
Right.
was born and raised here in Waterbury, went to school here in Waterbury. I remember when North End was very prosperous with Black-owned businesses,
right.
and each one reached out to the other. It was a supportive community.
Right.
We want to see that,
Right.
redeveloped.
And a lot of people got a lot of stuff going on. Like even today, there's been stuff going on all weekend, and I work with them with the basketball tournament every year. So they don't get to see that.
Yeah.
And they don't like people don't know what y'all doing. So
Yeah.
this is why I do what I do.
Yeah.
Because I think it's a lot of people give it take the negativity off of it and let's do what we have to do.
Absolutely.
Right.
Absolutely.
Right.
There's a lot of good out here, and we are going to be a part of that. We have been even volunteering our own time with different organizations,
Okay.
and helping, like I said, each one got to, help
Right.
the other.
Do your part.
We got to do our part,
Okay.
and letting them know what we're all about and
Right.
what we want to happen for the North End,
Right.
So,
I see y'all some everywhere. I'm
Yeah.
not gonna lie. I try to be, but sometimes I just say, no, I'm good. Let me go sit down somewhere. But I see y'all everywhere.
You can always come just wave.
Yeah.
Just say,
I
hey.
see y'all everywhere, which is good.
Yes.
I was up Lakewood yesterday before it started raining. I said, okay, time for me to go home now. I'm gonna go home. But staying visible and letting people know what you do. Y'all got a show also up here, right?
So that is our president's podcast,
Right.
Tea and
Right.
Cornbread. And yes, she highlights different things that are going on in the community, as well as just, as social issues
Right.
amongst women, family. And that's Shawn
Yeah.
Johnson. She's our president.
Okay.
She's actually the one that kind of created this idea and, by the grace of God, pulled
It makes sense, though.
7 of her friends together, and 3 years now we've been kind of going through this process. It is a process. Again, it's different from just a regular
Right.
grocery store. This is a co-op. Different laws, and
Right.
we're learning, and we're still learning.
Right.
The legalities of all of that. So
And you know what's funny too? You know how you go somewhere and you really don't know everybody or know anybody, but you've seen them before. So they sit you at a table. You don't really know nobody at the table. So you talk and you just talk. That's what I do.
Yeah.
Talk. So by the time we were done, we had exchanged numbers and everything.
Right.
Sean.
Right.
And I pointed her in a couple of directions that I knew people were doing something. And see, I seen her here and I seen her there, and which is a good thing.
Absolutely.
Because you feel awkward. And you go somewhere. This was at my cousin's retirement get together, I think it was. So I didn't know nobody. I know a couple people. I'm like, okay, how am I gonna do this? Run my mouth.
yeah.
I used to be a recruiter here, so I know how to run my mouth.
Okay.
And
But you get the information out there, and
Right.
that's the whole purpose
Right.
of it.
Right.
Right.
Our slogan is unity in the community. So if you're not sharing the information, we're not going to know.
That's
we
it.
can't become unified, and
Right.
stay on one accord.
Right.
So
Right.
And
Which
you're
is
doing
good.
your job, you're doing your part.
Right, and this is my little niche in the whole spectrum of things.
Yeah.
I'm catching everybody doing something.
Right.
Everybody.
And
I
that's-
haven't got the Hispanic Afro-Latin Coalition people up here yet.
Okay.
I'm going to get them.
Okay.
Because I got some questions.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm going to be, kind about it, but I got
Yes.
some questions. You got to explain something to me.
Yeah.
Explain a couple of things.
Gotcha.
You know what I mean?
Gotcha.
I mean, no harm, but people want to know.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people didn't know that they're down there. Like I went to the grocery store and I realized I spent $60 just that quick. And like what you were talking about, having a cooperative, I'm like, all I need is a tomato and, a green pepper and my fish, I'm good.
Yeah. Yeah. And with the co-op, you're going to know where that produce came from.
Right.
Right.
We are going to be able to identify the farm that tomato came from. We are working with local farmers, so, it's not going to be shipped from.
So
I don't
people
know.
can help y'all, right?
Oh, yes.
Oh, most definitely.
Okay.
Yes, that's
So
what the co-op
all I need
is.
is all your information so people can get a hold of you. Because I'm
Yes.
sure more people would like to come out there and give y'all a hand because, why not?
Yeah.
I hear my mom's complaining. I spent all my money and,
Yes. Yep. Yep.
And as Mel said, the variety of food and that also goes back to this being part of the health of the community, because many of the health disparities that affect our community come from nutrition.
Right.
And so this will bring good nutritional food, and also it being a community hub, we'll have folks coming in talking about how to eat correctly, how
Right.
to exercise, how to
And that makes sense.
right, and do different things that will help with the health of the community.
Because they had a walk up there at Fulton Park.
Yep.
I did 2 laps.
Okay.
I did 2. They did 3. I said, look, I'm going to skip one and come back and do the last one. So I skipped one and I was like, hey, man, because I wasn't active enough,
Yeah.
so.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
mean, that makes sense because, when you hear people speak about us not going to the doctors as much, and I'm telling you, man, my toe hurt, I'm going to hospital. I go to the doctors. I'm not one of them.
Yeah.
I
That's
think
good.
I used to be,
Yeah.
but now, what? I'm going to the doctor.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, they split me open and everything, so I go to the doctors. What's wrong with you? I don't know. Let's go to the doctors.
Yeah.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean? But you're right, and rather than the medication,
That's right.
fruits, vegetables, and stuff like
Lifestyle.
that. Yeah.
Yes.
Food is our medicine.
Right.
Changing our habits, so we can turn around some of those, those health issues for the most part.
Right.
Again, there are some cases where
not-
that's not the issue, but for the most part, we have to do our part in order to stay healthy. So
And I think y'all are really and truly. You're making some noise out here.
yeah.
Which is
Yeah.
which is good because I heard y'all mention somebody that I knew and I'm like, okay, he got enough space up there and he's doing his thing.
Oh, that's good.
And
That's
and
good. We need space.
yeah,
We need space.
We need
Right.
space. We need
Yes.
a location, even just, for office space or, refrigeration eventually so that we can, have the products available. So,
Right.
and
I know
t-
because I
teaching
was trying to
sessions.
talk this individual into converting one of them factories into office space because in New Haven you find a lot of that.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
So I was like, listen, man, you stand to be in a better position. You got a bunch of open space in there and not utilizing it. I'm
Makes
like,
sense.
Yeah.
Makes sense. I was just in California, and they.
You be somewhere everywhere.
Yeah, I do.
I just think you just
Yeah,
mentioned.
I'm a get around type girl, but they converted a factory into a hotel, and it's right downtown
Where were you at? Los Angeles?
San Francisco.
Oh, I ain't never been there.
Yeah, and they converted. That's what we stayed in, and it was a factory built and
Wow.
converted.
See,
Yeah.
I've been to San Diego, Long Beach, Rancho, and LA. I'm a Navy guy, so I travel a little bit, but I can't keep up with you. You rolling.
Well, I went out to see my son, who's in the Navy and stationed in Monterey.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good man.
Good, yes, he is. Yes, he is.
Us Navy guys are different.
Yes.
No rah-rah, but a lot of respect.
Yes. Very much so. Oh, you should talk to him. And
Yeah.
as for exercise, our president is dead set on us having line dancing in our co-op. We'll have line dance days. You come in
Hey.
and shop, we'll turn on the line dance and you can dance in the aisle. So that'll
Hey,
be. And also,
Dance and
that's
shop.
something
dance,
different.
yeah, dance in the shop, and we'll have community rooms for educational programs and maybe even childcare. So there's a lot that we're planning on. And this is a movement across the country. There are
Oh, okay.
increasing number of co-ops, but in particular black co-ops,
Right. Okay.
black-owned co-ops. And we actually attended a conference with a national program that helps people develop co-ops, and they have a day that's dedicated to black-owned co-ops because we have our own particular issues that we have to face.
Right.
But yes, it's a nationwide movement.
Let my mother know so
Oh,
she
yeah.
can catch up with y'all and
Yeah, we
y'all can
need
exchange some stuff
volunteers,
and-
we need members,
Co-op
members.
ambassadors. Yeah.
Cause she got a green thumb. She's always had a green
Oh,
thumb.
okay.
That green thumb is
Great.
passed down.
Great.
I even used to grow plants.
Oh,
but,
good.
She that's her thing. So I'm gonna let her know. But I'm still talking to them people because right there going into Oakville, they got office space in them factories right there too.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
So if they should do that down here, you got factories changing up on Thomaston Avenue, and then you got some down there in the south end. Open them spaces up and let people rent the spaces out. You know, it won't take that much. I know construction people, we can get the people in there to do what we
Yeah.
need to do.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, so
Yeah.
that's what I'm pushing for.
Well, we're open.
We are, we'd be
I will.
happy.
And you know what? You all are just pleasant to be around anyway. You actually, every time I see you, you're in good spirits and everything. And you know, that's what works.
Yeah.
That really works. It's important because a lot of people would be like, you're not pushing the same agenda. So be like, all right, I can be around them. I like them.
That's good to hear.
Yeah, that is.
And I'm supposed to be on y'all show in a minute too. So, because I got a book coming out, but.
Oh, great.
Awesome.
You know,
Oh, that's
but
great.
Awesome.
I'm just
Yes.
trying to make my way through and kind of give people and let people know out here that there's people actually doing something.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know,
Yes.
There's
doing
a lot going on.
And you coming
That's a
from
lot.
Brooklyn, right?
Yes, yes.
You coming from
Yes.
Brooklyn and down here to Waterbury and had to slow down. You had to slow down a little bit. Let me slow down, but you're not because you're still traveling.
Yes, yes. Still, well,
Traveling is the beautiful thing, isn't it?
yes, it is.
I think
Yes.
that's college.
It is. It
Yeah,
opens your
I was gonna
mind
say, yeah.
Right.
up a lot. This is a traveling lady too. We
Yeah.
got
I
a bunch
believe
of
it.
travelers in our group.
That's what it's about.
But I think we believe that we're in the world, and while we're here, we should see.
Yeah.
Should see it.
Yes.
Should see is what we can of the world. So
And I was glad that I did it while I was young because I sit still now and I'll be like, oh man, I can't go nowhere. I can't go where like I used to. But I'd get on a plane and I'm out. You know, plane, I'm going. I'll be back. Where you going? I'll be back. You know, and just to adventure out and see, just like I was in Amsterdam. And their menu was this big.
oh my goodness.
Our menu clears the wall. So I'm talking to a gentleman. He said, we don't eat like that here. So what happens is there's a level of gluttony here.
Oh, definitely.
We eat like the menu. That menu should not clear the wall.
Yeah.
Their menu was this. And then, you know, in Europe, they ride bikes. So I'm asking the driver, I'm like, you don't hit none of them? They, here's a bike. And then you see them in the morning, the kids ride their bike to the train, park their bikes and get on a train to go to school. This was Amsterdam. Then we went down to France. You see bikes and scooters and bikes. And, you know, we got it all wrong.
Yeah.
We do.
Yeah.
We do.
Yeah. Yeah.
They have support from their government
Right.
to have these kind of like opening up something as simple as creating bike lanes
Right.
that and being encouraging to business that offer healthy options, and so it helps to have support from those that represent you, to have that in mind. We want healthy people.
Because even in Pittsburgh, they got the scooters. They go around, they have to go around picking them up in the morning in the hood and stuff. And I was like, what is that? They got an app on their phone, they can get the scooter and
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
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 so, you know, we're doing something wrong.
Yeah. Yeah.
We're chasing the wrong thing.
Yeah.
Sitting there arguing about the wrong thing. When these places, they got, in Europe, they got windmills. And not to sound crazy or nothing, but in their toilets, they don't have the full toilet bowl of water. They have a little bit of water.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the waste and this country is in, I think they need a reset or something. I don't know what it is, but just being over there, I spent 10 days over there, and then I used to go to Scotland a lot because I was in the Navy. And you see that they do, how we do things, we think that this is the way. It's not. They're ripping us off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we're
It's all
a
by
lot about
design.
profit. Yes, yeah, it's by design.
It's all by design.
Yeah.
It's by design.
Yeah.
Oh, and I want to say that I just mentioned about support, about those who represent us. So I will say that our Waterbury representation, our mayor has supported the North End Co-op.
He's
And
actually
we
doing
thank
pretty
you.
good.
Yeah, we thank him.
He is.
for
He's
that.
out here doing pretty good. I see him everywhere now.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes,
Yeah.
yes.
And that's
So,
good.
Yeah, so I wanted to
Y'all doing your thing.
throw that in, and other folks that have supported us, that are
Absolutely.
part of the infrastructure of Waterbury. We appreciate it.
Well, I support y'all, and I'm gonna do my best to keep pushing y'all out there, your names out there, and everything that I do, and just add y'all to it and mention you, because I like what you're doing. And you
Thank
guys
you.
are just pleasant to be around, really.
Thank you.
And I like I said, this is for the people, by the people, about the people.
Absolutely.
Exactly.
So y'all the people, and y'all about what y'all doing.
Absolutely.
So
We the
that's
people.
why I'm grateful to have y'all on the show today.
Yes.
And I'm gonna bring y'all back because I know you got more to go. You got more to talk about. I'm attached to it. I'm attached to you now. So anytime you see me, you're like, hey, Marv.
Yeah.
I'm attached to you now.
That's-
And your son's in the Navy?
Yeah.
I'm really attached to you.
Well, that's that New York thing. We talk a lot. We like, no, no, no.
That's it. And you know what? It's always good to have people around you that can understand where you're coming from.
That's true.
Yes.
Because I'd be
Relate.
like,
Relate.
and that, you know, I don't want to sound like an alien because I'm talking about something that people didn't understand. Because, like I said, when I started what I was doing, I went to New York, and I would sit there and just watch and watch, and I would ask a couple questions, and I'd be like, "Hey, what is that? What are you doing?" And I say, "Well," I said, on the average, a percentage. How many people are up to something or hustling that pass by? And you know what the number was? 80-something percent.
Yeah,
That's a high number.
yeah, I believe it.
Just
I
up
believe
to
it.
something.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
I believe it.
So, and I would sit there and be like, really? And then you know, And I'm young, I was a young man, so I'm like, yeah, hey, you can't just holler at or try to get no young lady's attention walking. She moving. Everybody's moving. And then my question to you, and I ask all New Yorkers, how old were you when you first started taking the train?
Oh, God. Well, I was like 4 when I went with my sister,
By
holding
yourself.
her hand.
Right.
And then by myself, I was probably 10.
Wow. See?
And
I've heard 16. I've heard 14.
No, 10, yeah. I was like, I tried. My granddaughter lives here in Waterbury, and I told her, you need to start taking the city bus. She has a job. She's 15. She's going to work downtown. I said, you take oh no, Emma, I can't get on the bus. I said, what? What? You're 15 and you can't get on the bus? So it teaches you, I think city living teaches you independence.
Right.
And it also teaches you what you can do. You learn that you're capable of doing. Oh, I hit my microphone.
No, you're good. I got to wrap it up, though,
Yes.
but I could sit here. I love this because I could sit there and
Conversation.
pick your brain
It's good
all day.
conversation.
But I want to thank y'all for coming out,
Thank
and
you.
I thank everybody for tuning in. The Clock Hour. Catch me on the next one. I'm going to keep this going, and y'all have a good day.
You as well.
Thank you
And I'll
for
see
having
ya.
us.
I'll see y'all.
Absolutely.
Yes, you will.
Yes.
All right. The Clock Hour. Peace.